All right, this is Moon in the sixth house in Cancer. All right, so when it comes to your work, put a lot of thought into your work and what's going on in your job and your daily, your job environment, and that affects your job going forward. Let's say I don't know, you're a nurse or something like that. Just use an example. Say you're a nurse, and I don't know, uh, there's a guy that's there, and he's, uh, too too close, or he just makes you uncomfortable or something like that. And so, and let's say like he touched you or something like that, and you didn't like that going forward. And so, what you would be like, man, you start thinking about things. You start thinking like, I don't know about this job, or I don't know about this dude, or you'll say something like, man, it's affecting my work. I can't do my job here, or like the manager think that I'm trying to get on with this guy, and no, that's affecting my job, and I don't want to lose my job and stuff like that. And based off these feelings, it affects your job environment going forward. Like you might express these feelings to the manager or something like that. Express these thoughts, man. Everything I just said, man, I don't like this guy, blah blah blah. He touched me and this, and I don't want to feel like I'm not doing my job right, and I really want this job, and the guy makes me uncomfortable. So, can you talk to him, or can you move me to another department? And something like that will end up happening. Somehow, like what happened, it plays out how your job environment, your work environment is going forward. Like it might affect how you do your job. It might affect, like, you might want to move to another department. This guy might get fired. Uh, you know, uh, uh, you might quit or something like that. So you see how the moon is really, they think a lot about what goes on at their work, and it affects, their job going forward. It affects their performance, all of that going forward. Another example, if you had, is, um, let's say when it comes to your health, exercise, and nutrition. Let's say like you got bad habits. You don't eat particularly well. You don't exercise. Um, you out of shape or something like that. Let's say you was helping somebody move, and you was carrying this couch up the stairs or something like that, and you gotta keep on stopping. I gotta keep stopping. I gotta keep breathing, whatever like that. So you get to be like, man, I feel out of shape. You have takes an emotional toll on you now. So you thinking, man, I'm out of shape. I don't feel good. I feel, real tired and sluggish. And it messes with your peace of mind right here. You see the emotional, the emotional security is starting to, it's unstable. The emotion's unstable. So you'll be like, man, I'm not at peace because I'm out of shape. And that is going to inform your daily habits, for better or worse. You might have this, you might carry it up the stairs and be like, oh, I really feel out of shape. You emotionally just like drained because you're out of shape, because you don't eat well. And you could decide, well, this, I'm just going to keep eating this way. You might decide to fix your habits. You might decide to work out, whatever it is, because you carried that couch and you feel out of, just, you don't feel good emotionally because you're not taking care of your health. You feel out of shape. It was such a struggle getting that couch up there. It had emotionally brung your emotions down. So now, when it comes to things like that, when it comes to your health, nutrition, diet, and your feelings about that, whatever's going on there, it affects your daily habits going forward, for better or worse. But That's just an example. Another example, if you have this, it's like when it comes, the sixth house is also competition, obstacles, opposition, and these people they get, it's all about defense right here. Anybody that is opposing you, co-workers, just I don't know, some enemy out in wherever that is somehow opposing you. It's all about protecting and defending yourself. Like let's say competition. Let's say basketball. Now this sixth house is not basketball. It's not sports. It's competition. I'm saying how you handle competition, your mentality, how you deal with it, what comes out of all of that. When it comes to competition, it's all about defense. Defense, 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 defense. Even if it's on offense, like example, or uh, it's all about nurture. Example with the basketball thing. Let's say the other team they opposing you, and they on offense. You can't stop them. So you approach defense like that. You approach competition like, okay, we have to nurture that part. See, he keep getting open over there on that side, so we have to nurture that part. So the defense will go and nurture that part of the court because that's the place that's being breached somehow. It's being threatened. That's what it's all. That's the mentality people have when it comes. I gotta protect myself. Protect. Boom, 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 boom. Going forward, and you do this so you can be a better protector, a better competitor, and you deal with oppositions and obstacles going forward. The better you get at defending um, anything and anybody that's opposed to you, the better you'll be at protecting yourself, at not protecting yourself, but being a competitor, dealing with competition, dealing with obstacles and opposition. Like another example, let's say uh, like two guys are trying to get a girl. They're trying to get this girl. Let's say they're in the mall somewhere, and uh, these two guys, they got their eye on the same girl, and the girl, they know the girl somehow is into hair or something like that. I'm just saying, just give you an example. They into haircuts. They into how uh, the guy's haircut looks, and let's say the other guy has a better haircut than you. How you'll do, you'll say, okay, boom, defend. Here we go. I gotta nurture. That's the moon. So you gotta pay more attention to your hair. You gotta nurture your hair. See, to nurture means to care for something, to further the development of it. So now they get on the defense. Now I gotta pay more attention to my hair. So they'll go and get it's all about, okay, so I know he got the girl because his hair was better. How these people do, they'll be like, man, I'm going to get my hair cut, so going forward, I'll get the girl. It's all about defense and the part that is being breached and is being threatened because the moon is right here. Wherever the moon is, that is the house where you put up, you have to defend somehow. And it being in the sixth house of competition, you got to act defensive with competition. And since moon is in its own sign, it doesn't go anywhere else. So, in other words, dealing with competition, you have, you want to be a better defender, so you could be a better at dealing with opposition, better at dealing with competition. That's what it's all about. I don't want to have to go through this next time. I want to be better equipped. I want to be better prepared. I want to overcome this opposition. I want to beat them, or whatever like that. Like that's another example. Obstacles. could be like debt. It's also the sixth house. So somebody like this, they'll look at, okay, I owe this credit card company this much and this, that, blah, 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 and stuff like that. These people, they thinking, the whole time they thinking, I don't want to have to deal with this no more. I want to be better prepared and not have to deal with that going forward. So I'm going to put more, I'm going to defend and put more, nurturing into, you know, what I spend with the credit card. So now they're better at dealing with debt going forward. So I know I gotta, okay. It's all about I spent too much. They'll be thinking like that. I spent too much. So next time I gotta remember to not spend so much, or not to get this thing, and so I won't have credit card debt. Or I gotta remember to pay my card off on time or something like that. I gotta get better with that. I gotta defend that because I don't want to deal with that going forward. That's the mentality they have, generally speaking, when you have Moon in Cancer, Moon in the sixth house in Cancer. All right, peace.